Sharp News. Right now, we're gonna have our new friend Sean come up and do some comedy for us. Give it up for Sean.
Thank you guys for not fucking leaving like everybody else. That'd be great. I have a brother. My brother's a chemical engineer. He's a really smart guy. My brother has a brother. He's a comedian. He's not that funny. One for one should quit on my head. Curiosity killed the cat. But if you don't let the cat out of the bag, suffocation killed the cat. That was a pity laugh, maybe. We'll see. This entire set's gonna be really sad. My mother died. No. Are all blind men Nazis?
Oh.
It's a philosophical joke. You gotta think about it. On this one. Was haben Frauen und Hunger gemeinsam? Seist du den Ring ab, ist dein Haus weg? That's a really funny joke in German. I don't know if you guys speak German. If you don't, it's alright. I don't either. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Awesome. There's a lot of sayings in the English language. But there's one saying everyone here needs to remember. It's that you can lead a horse to water, but you probably shouldn't fuck them. All right. I haven't done comedy in like fucking a month and a half, so I remembered 5 jokes. Woo! Thank you, Kyle. I didn't realize there was a second comedian that came. I thought it was just Kyle with how, I thought he just found the spot, you know? Yeah. And I was like, I came because I was refusing to let Kyle be the best comedian anywhere. So, that's why I showed up. I have one of those disposable vapes. And, you know, I just sit there and I hit it, and I hit it, and I hit it. And then whenever I hit it too much, all of a sudden it just starts blinking and it's like dead. But I keep it around because, like, if I wait 2 weeks and go and hit it one more time, all of a sudden it won't work again. That's a joke explaining my sex life. Not great right now. Cool. People use the expression hit a nail right on top of the head a lot. I think we need to start checking these nails for CTE before they start beating their wives. Morbid, cool. Went to college in Kaiser, West Virginia. Kaiser, the town right in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains, and the town is down the valley, and up on the hill, there's a bunch of windmills. And we used to go party up at the windmills, and we'd be like drinking, smoking, listening to music. We'd always listen to bands like Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath. Not because any of us were into that music, but man, those windmills, they're big metal fans. Okay, keep it silly, Sean, it's working. What other fucking jokes do I have? Kyle, tell me one of my jokes really quick. It's been a while. Besides the Sean Bishop joke. Thank you for paying attention. Oh, okay. I had that piece of fucking paper with it, and I could go on a rant. We'll do the whole segment. Maybe I can remember all of it. I had to do like 2 other bits with it. I'll do at least 1 other bit. So, there's a long debate in my family of what's better, Advil or Tylenol. And I think Tylenol is good for like aches and pains, and then Advil is good for everything else, like bee stings, headaches, sickness. And my mom hates that. I think Advil just like fixes all these things. And I got my brother on the same like thought process pretty much. But in 2016, I had this run-in while cutting my grass. I keep running over hornet's nests, and I kept running him over and kept getting stung. And it happened like 3 times that summer. And one day, August 1st, 2016, I'm in my backyard cutting grass, and I slid down my backyard and cut off 3 of my toes, which sucked. But I ran to my side yard where my dad was weed eating, and he's like, bees, bees. I'm like, no, Dad, I cut off my fucking toes. And then I went and waited in the car, and my dad kind of always pokes fun at me that I should be wearing like soccer spikes in our backyard so you don't slip. But the entire time in my car, my dad had to like untie and retie his shoes just to drive me to the ER. I'm just like, well, fuck you, Dad. And he's like flying to the hospital, swerving through traffic. They get me into the ER, and they were like shooting me up with these drugs, this drug called Dilaudid, and I didn't know what it was. But they're like, we can't give you any more Dilaudid, so we're gonna give you morphine. And I'm like, that's the shit they give soldiers when they get shot, so I'm on some good stuff. My dad had called my mom because she was at work, and like 5 minutes later, she shows up. She's completely calm and walks into the ER room. She throws me a bottle and she says, Sean, it's an Advil, take some, it fixes everything. Like, not time for the fucking jokes, Mom. After I cut off my toes, like my main focus was learning how to walk again. Like for weeks, the only thing I was trying to do was learn how to walk again. But whenever I did finally learn to walk, man, I can make a mean fried rice. Went from a really serious joke to a really stupid one. You guys have to stay on your toes. I can't. Besides a comedian, I'm an avid lover of koala bears. Like I have a goal in life to one day marry a koala bear. And if you find that disgusting, you guys haven't realized how cute they are. So some fun facts about koala bears. They have 4 opposable thumbs, and they have no natural predators. This is due to the fact that they spend almost every waking moment of their life eating eucalyptus leaves, which are poisonous to everything, including the koala bears. The reason the koala bears don't die is because when they're babies, their mother feeds them her feces, and that acts as a catalyst to produce a bacteria that breaks down the poison in their adult life. For this reason, my love of koala bears is why I'm going to run for president in 2032, on the basis that I don't think baby koalas should have to eat their mother's shit anymore. And instead, we will issue them government 9mm pistols to defend themselves from the predators. Kyle, the joke you told me to do is not going well. This is my philosophy. I was crushing it, doing really well, and then Kyle's like, let's fucking bomb this set. Do this joke. I'm past that one. Let's find something. My name's Sean Bishop. See, I got caught. See, he knows where I'm going. My name's Sean Bishop. I have a goal in life to be the most famous Sean Bishop, which is fortunate because there's not many of us. Like if you think about it, in 1981, the 2nd overall draft pick in the NBA draft was a guy by the name of Isaiah Thomas. And then in 1989, a woman in Washington State named her son after him, and that Isaiah Thomas grew up to be one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. How fortunate am I that they weren't named Sean Bishop, because my dream would have ended the moment I got cut from the 6th grade basketball team. Luckily for me, I just have to be more famous than actor Sean Bishop. Exactly. Who the fuck's that guy? Turns out actor Sean Bishop's famous for one movie role where he played the eldest son to the main character in the 1977 classic, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which means right now, as an open mic comic, I'm the second most famous Sean Bishop, right behind a guy that's been out of work for 45 years. If you 10 people can leave here tonight, remember I'm Sean Bishop, I'll be the most famous Sean Bishop, right in front of a guy that I can only assume is a homeless man on the streets of Hollywood that once played a secondary character in a movie about communicating with aliens. And I hate alien movies, because they're always about how do we communicate with the aliens. It's not the problem, guys. Problem is, can the aliens communicate with spiders?
Yeah.
Because if the aliens just show up and decide to wipe out the human race, they're a bunch of racists. But if they can communicate with spiders, I'm the racist. I don't know if you guys have heard of this Hitler fellow, but let me drop some numbers on you. He's famous for this thing called the Holocaust, where he killed 66% of the Jews in Europe. I've killed 100% of the spiders I've ever fucking seen.
Yes.
Which means if the aliens can communicate with spiders, I'm going to be the dickhead in every alien history book that tried to wipe entire species off of this planet. But if a spider genocide makes me the next Hitler, I'll own it. I'll vow to kill every last one of those 8-legged fucks. Because every single person in here knows who Hitler is. Not damn one of you knew who actor Sean Bishop was. And I played a win. Alright, I'll end on this one. I've been working on some stuff. A lot of stuff, I'm on like a Jew frenzy right now. I'm going to talk about Kanye. A lot of talk about Kanye West and anti-Semitism in the news recently. And I get it, it's not great, but it is the holiday season. I think we should be trying to be forgiving. I know it's hard. Everyone's like, cancel him, whatever. But we should be forgiving just because, there's he who has not sinned throw the first stone line in the Bible. I don't know if you guys are fucking religious, but I'm not. But I know that doesn't really none of us probably hate a race of people or anything. But we should be trying to spend time with our families, watch Christmas movies, stuff like that. Whatever it is. Rudolph, Elf, A Christmas Carol is a great one. It's the forever told story about Scrooge, this really bad guy that turns around and loves Christmas at the end. But everyone here agrees that Scrooge is kind of a dick, right? Kind of a dick.
Yes.
A guy that hates Christmas, really loves money, always portrayed with a big nose. His name's Ebenezer, a Hebrew name. He doesn't hate Christmas, guys. He's Jewish. And every single one of you guys just said he was a dick. You anti-Semitic fucks. Kanye, my running partner 2032. Alright, I'm fucking. Biggest laugh of the night. I'm Sean Bishop. Have a good night.